Coaching is a daily walk for your mind by René Sonneveld. We all know the benefits of a brisk daily walk. It lowers stress, boosts immunity, and supports long-term health. But what if there were a mental equivalent, something just as simple, just as accessible, and just as powerful? Coaching offers exactly that. Like walking keeps the body moving, coaching helps the mind stay focused, grounded, and resilient. You don't need to be stuck or in crisis to begin. You just need the willingness to take that first step. We've long known that a brisk daily walk does wonders for the body. Doctors everywhere recommend it as one of the simplest and most powerful habits for physical health. Walking lowers blood pressure, boosts immunity, strengthens the heart, and improves sleep. It's accessible, low impact, and backed by decades of medical research. What many people don't realize is that something just as simple and just as transformative exists for our mental health. That something is coaching. Just as daily movement supports the body, regular coaching strengthens the mind. You don't need a crisis to start. You don't need to be stuck. Coaching, like walking, is a proactive rhythm, a way to clear the noise, focus your energy, and keep yourself grounded, especially when life gets messy. Walking is preventive, so is coaching. Why do doctors recommend walking? Not because you're injured, but because it helps you stay well. It reduces the risk of disease, sharpens your body's response to stress, and keeps you adaptable. Coaching plays the same role in your emotional and mental well-being. You don't have to be in distress to benefit from it. In fact, the best coaching happens when you're growing, not when you're breaking. Like walking, it builds strength over time. A recent large-scale study in the Journal of Medical Internet Research 1, conducted by BetterUp, found that people who worked with a coach saw significant improvements in mental well-being after just 3 months. They weren't in therapy. They were working through challenges, ambitions, and decisions, the stuff of life. Coaching helps you see what's possible before life forces your hand. It's a form of emotional maintenance that keeps you aligned with your values and connected to your purpose. Movement creates flow. So does coaching. If you've ever come back from a walk with a clearer head, you know how physical movement helps untangle mental knots. Coaching does something similar. In a coaching session, you're invited to reflect out loud, to slow down and really listen to yourself. You begin to notice patterns. You hear your own words in a new way. Insights surface not because the coach gives them to you, but because space was made for them to emerge. The BetterUp study showed that coaching significantly boosts psychological resources like resilience, optimism, and confidence. These aren't soft perks. They're the muscles that carry you through uncertainty and change. What makes coaching powerful isn't always what's said. It's the quality of attention in the room. You're not being fixed. You're being seen and invited to see yourself more clearly. In a world of fast answers and endless noise, that kind of presence is rare. Both are gentle, yet transformative. Walking isn't a sprint. That's what makes it sustainable. You don't need gear or grit. You just need to begin. Coaching is similar. It isn't about pushing or fixing. It's about noticing, shifting, and choosing. A good coach doesn't take over your journey. They walk beside you, asking questions that help you lead yourself more honestly. There's power in that gentleness. Coaching invites agency. It strengthens clarity. It honors the wisdom that often gets buried under noise or pressure. Many people expect coaching to feel like a strategy session or a performance review. In reality, it often feels more like exhaling. There's space to pause, to reflect, to reconnect with the version of yourself that gets lost when you're chasing everyone else's priorities. Small steps add up. No one takes one walk and declares themselves fit. The value is in repetition. The same is true with coaching. One session may open a door, but it's the regular rhythm that changes how you see, feel, and act. A study in JMIR Mental Health, too, found that individuals working with coaches on moderate anxiety or emotional challenges showed significant improvement within weeks. The effect didn't fade, it deepened. Just like regular movement, regular reflection builds long-term capacity. The smallest insight can ripple across your life, changing how you show up at work, how you navigate conflict, and how you set boundaries. Over time, coaching doesn't just support your well-being. It shapes your leadership, your relationships, and your ability to stay grounded in moments of pressure. It's about maintenance, not perfection. One common myth is that coaching is for high performers or people in crisis. That's like saying walking is only for athletes or patients in rehab. In truth, both are for anyone who wants to take care of themselves. Coaching helps you maintain emotional agility. It keeps your inner life clear, flexible, and honest. Some weeks you might have a breakthrough. Other times it's a quiet check-in, a space to slow down and hear what matters. Either way, you're building habits of awareness and resilience. Perfection is not the goal. Presence is. Coaching helps you listen to yourself. Walks have a way of calming the chatter. Ideas flow, emotions settle. Coaching enhances that experience. With a skilled coach, you go a step further. You don't just hear your thoughts. You learn to work with them. Coaches listen for the language you use, the things you emphasize, the stories you carry, the roles you play. They help you look at what's behind the words and whether that story is still serving you. This isn't therapy, but it is therapeutic. Coaching supports the emotional skills that research ties to mental well-being: perspective, clarity, presence, and purpose. And just like walking with a trusted friend can lift your mood, coaching brings connection, one that is focused, intentional, and built around your growth. Final thought. You don't need a problem to begin. You don't wait for a health scare to start walking. You start because it feels good to care for your body. The same is true for coaching. You don't need a title or a crisis or a big decision. You just need a willingness to show up, to reflect, to ask better questions, to stay curious about yourself. Take a walk, then take another one inside. Coaching is a walk inward, a steady return to your own clarity, not because you're lost, but because you're ready to lead yourself forward. Thanks for listening. Please visit www.renesonneveld.com for more information or to contact René. See you next time.